Coach, saw the depth chart released yesterday. Noticed the absence of Zariah Beeson. Do you have an update on him?
Yeah, Zariah right now is working through some eligibility issues. So we're working through him, but right now he's ineligible for the game, and we can't have him out there. So we're working through that right now, and I'll get you more information as more information comes.
You know, with that depth chart, also noticed a couple positions where there were 3 guys listed, not including the oars. Defensive tackle, I think, one of the receiver spots. What was kind of the mindset? Was it just kind of you have 3 guys at those spots that you wanted on that depth chart?
Yeah, I just think we feel very comfortable with all those guys playing and rotating, and you're going to see them a decent amount. You know, especially at wide receiver, we want to rotate all those guys and play quite a bit. And Smithstead has earned his way into competing for spots and time, and some of those things will trim over the time. You know, the course of injuries and guys earning those spots. And defensive tackle, we're just really happy with the depth that we've really created at that position. So I think those guys deserve to be on it, and it's a kind of a reward for their hard work too.
When you were making the 2 deeps with the coaches, was there one guy that, as you kind of penciled in to that depth chart, maybe kind of put an extra smile on your face, either a guy who's you really developed or a guy who's really progressed from when he first got here?
Yeah, I think it was Christian Hilborn, to really establish himself, and him and Kingston are really getting a good chemistry over there on the left side. I think that was just a happy moment for me, and knowing that we've had a lot of talks with Christian. We've talked about his mentality, his makeup, his work ethic, and I think he's responded to every challenge that we've provided him. So to him to solidify himself there at left guard was a good moment for our program and one that we needed.
Just kind of a follow-up on Zariah. Is there a chance you get him back, before week 2?
I'll keep you updated as we go.
All right. Have Mateer and Xavier Ward kind of emerged as the top 2 backup options right now, QB?
Yeah, and I think that's the way we'll see it and how it plays out. I think John, might has a slight edge right now, but we'll see how the games go. And hopefully we get a chance to get those guys work as we go throughout the season. But John's progressed at a high rate, and it's exciting for him. And if we ever get to that point where we need a backup guy that really play, you'll probably see both of them.
With running back, tight end, those backup positions, you see that those will probably be more settled on the field during game weeks?
That's exactly what it'll be. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can see in scrimmages, and there's some things that you can see when you're going good on good, but those positions will be decided on Saturdays, and I think there'll be some workloads. I mean, Nakia and Jalen will get a lot of that workload, and Billy Revere has really proven himself as a staple that we can use, but Moon and Cam and Andre and some of those guys, you'll see them rotating in at times.
How do you feel about reigniting the Battle of Palouse rivalry after 5 years, especially against somebody you know?
Well, I love it. The first thing I did when Jason got the job, I called him up and I said, how ironic is this that we're going to be out there on the first game? I said, hey, let's do it every year. And he's like, easy, maybe every other year. All right, but I'd love to get it back. I think it's great for our region because, like I said before, it's a unique part of this world that we have 2 flagship institutions 10 miles apart in this agricultural area. So it's great for the region and the people, and I think it'll be an exciting matchup on Saturday.
And last thing for you, over the last 3 weeks, I've been asking players and assistants to try and kind of define the culture that you've instituted here. What do you hope those guys have been saying?
Well, they define it. It doesn't matter what I say. The biggest thing for me is when you guys are here, when recruits are here, when parents are here, it isn't what we say, it's what we do and you feel it, right? To me, culture is what you feel. So you can only fake energy to a certain point. We had a hard 2-hour practice today. I thought we had great energy all the way through, right? That is culture to me, right? So, words like best and accountability and standard, those are things we use, but it's something that you should feel each and every day. So, and sometimes it's easy the first Tuesday of game week, but real culture will be as we get to Apple Cup week and we still have that same energy and attitude. So hopefully it's more than words, it's something you really feel when you're here.
And you were on 2 staffs previously with Coach Eck.
Yeah.
And I'm sure both of you pretty busy here going into the week, but I mean, how much communication, if at all, have you had just recently? Coach Eck brings a smile to my face. He's a fun guy to be around. He's never had a bad day, and I think he's one of the better offensive minds that I've ever been around, even as an offensive line coach. So he's going to use their personnel that fits his style very well and formationally, and he does a great job of getting the ball in the hands of his best players. He's always done that. We've had
had some texts. We wanted to meet up. We haven't been able to do that as much as we would like. Hopefully after this game we'll get a chance. He's got a great family that we're very connected to, and it's a special moment for Jason. I know he's wanted this. You know, we would sit in those chairs at Mankato and South Dakota State knowing we both wanted to be head coaches. So ironically, obviously to do it against each other is something, hopefully it'll be special for both of us on Saturday.
And then you personally, going into game week here, leading up to the game, do you have any sort of superstitions or traditions that you go leading up to kickoff?
I don't. I'm a pacer. You know what I mean? So I like to get that energy out. I think being a little nervous is always good. I tell the guys that all the time. You know, pressure is a privilege, so let's go out there and earn it each and every day. You know, I'm not a huge superstition guy because then I think Adam Wainwright said it the other day on Twitter, if you create superstitions, people feel like you have to do this one thing to perform. Like, and that becomes something mentally that you don't want to get to. So I love having a routine. I kind of go through my process, and then we're ready to attack game day.
Coach, how does the emphasis change from fall camp to game week, and also how does that you keep that energy up too?
Well, I think the biggest thing is now we transition into a lot of scout work, and I love to call those guys our future teams, right? Because those guys are the future of the program. They have a specific role that's very important, and that's getting our guys ready. And I want to make sure each and every day they understand that, on that scoreboard, it's their work too. So we've transitioned a lot to that, and just about really refining our jobs and what we're doing. I tell the guys, we don't practice just to get it right? We're going to practice that we can't get it wrong. And I think when you have this extended period of preparation, that's our focus right now, is our job and what we can control. So I thought we did a good job of that on a good hard work Tuesday.